A brand new episode of Ghost airs tonight on CBS, and I'm joined now via Zoom by actors of the show, Asher Grodman and Brandon Scott Jones. How are you both doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for joining me, guys. All right, let's just start with this. So for those that might be less familiar with what Ghost is, just give me the basic plot of the show.
Do you want to take that?
Sure. Yeah. It's about a couple that inherits a big mansion in upstate New York. And as soon as they arrive, they don't know that it's haunted by ghosts. And their plan is to turn it into an Airbnb, which the ghosts don't like. But by the end of the first episode, an accident happens. And the wife of the couple gets a chance where she can now interact with them. So every episode is just sort of like a conversation between the living and the dead.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this show, and it's got such a strong makeup of cast and characters that the show has created. So let's dive into that a little bit. So Asher, it's a little goofy, but I have to ask, what is it like for you acting pantless on this show?
I mean, it's certainly fun. It has seeped into my real life a little bit. I was buying pants recently for we went to Comic-Con, and right in the middle of the store, I took my pants off to try on a pair that I liked, and someone had to stop me and be like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa." So I've gotten a little too comfortable with my day job. But you know, the fun thing is that all of these characters are so creative and colorful, and that's a testament to our writers' room. And then also the concept of the show is so rich, and it's this BBC concept of, you know, bringing together the living and the dead, like Brandon said, and then also 1,000 years of history. There's a Viking, and there's a hippie, and there's a jazz singer, and it's like this mismatched family is stuck together. So there's a lot of fun juxtapositions.
Yeah. Now, in tonight's brand new episode, Asher, your character Trevor sees his parents again. So what is that like for the character?
I mean, on some level, we are all children in this house, and we are trapped. We cannot leave. We cannot do anything. And Sam, who is the wife and the couple, you know, runs our existence. So usually childish games are just fun and frothy and things like that. But then Trevor's parents actually show up, and he realizes that their life hasn't turned out the way that he was kind of hoping it would, and they've gotten a divorce. And suddenly, I think the fun of childhood is replaced with kind of the heaviness of childhood as he deals with, you know, what it is to be a child of a broken home, and then everything that he possibly can to rectify that.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, with that being said, there's so much like relatability for a lot of people out there. So what do you think they're really going to take away from seeing that experience on the show?
I think the extent to which Trevor ends up feeling or getting so vulnerable and desperate to try to make a change when he really has no power to make any kind of change. I think, sorry, that's very dark, but I think is relatable and something that we all come up against. And then just the, you know, loving people who you can't quite reach. I think that's something else that people will identify with.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Brandon, your character Isaac in tonight's episode kind of hits this roadblock of sorts in his relationship with Nigel. So I want to know, what's it been like playing an American Revolution era character who's been on his self-discovery journey of sorts with his sexuality and newer relationship with Nigel?
Oh, yeah. Good question. It's been really fun and exciting to play a character who was essentially around the time of the founding fathers, and so much of our current political and sociological discourse kind of references back to the founding of this country. So to get to play a character that's sort of subverting a lot of those ideals and those sort of like tropes and those it's been really, 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 really fun. And then I think also to really go for the concept of opposites attract to the absolute extreme is really fun. To have an American Revolutionary soldier in a British red coat falling in love, I think is really fun. It's our own sad, dead Romeo and Juliet, where they're already dead.
Yeah. Well, as you guys said earlier, the writing of this show is just stellar. Okay, something else I want to touch on real fast is that Tara Reid guest stars on tonight's episode. So what was it like for you guys working with her?
It was a little surreal because this all happened because we made this silly little television show and some jokes about Tara Reid, and we're just like they're poking bears as though nothing's gonna happen, and then one of the bears turns around, an iconic bear, and it's like, "Oh, you guys are funny. I'm down. I'm gonna come play with you." So it's a dream come true for us. It's oddly validating in a way, and then she's so cool and so sweet, and was so down to clown. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope it's as much fun for you guys as it was for us.
Well, you guys are both incredible. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Also, huge congrats on being picked up for a 3rd season. And for all of our viewers, brand new episode of Ghost tonight right here on CBS. Check it out.